Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Here we have a Dinky Toys Play 1 black cab, London black cab, Austin. Looks like he's seen better times. He's got the driver in. The door's open. Don't know how many of you have seen a black cab with a whitey cream interior. So I think that might have to go, and we'll try and stay true to the black cab rather than the Dinky toy itself. Number plates, Hackney carriage plate on the back there. Taxi sign lit up. Might be able to get taxi in there. Depends how good I am with the decals. Anyway, let's get to take it apart. Looks a screw fitting rather than a rivet, so I'm pleased with that. Right, here's our Dinky Toys Austin taxi. Bit scraped and worn, not too bad. See, with a headlight missing. Hopefully I've got some of these like sparkly things that will fit. So that leads me to indicate this has been restored some time ago. Number plate, bumpers all intact. Door works in a fashion on this side. You can see the interior's all there. Yeah, it's been restored before. Look, you can see some markings for the indicator lights, etc. So my challenge is to beat the last restoration, really. Let's just get on and strip it down. It's coming apart easy. It's always a bonus. Top's off, bottom's off, whichever way you want to look at it. That is very tidy. That probably just only needs a polish, maybe. I don't think it's been painted before. Let's have a look at the inside. Bit of jiggling. Not sure how. Now the doors seem to be preventing it coming out. Let's try and open the doors. There we go. And somebody's done a nice job painting the guy up. He's in there. I don't know if he's glued in. Oh, he's pretty solid. He's in there. He don't want to come out, can tell you that. Might be able to push him out from the back later. But I'd like to keep him the way he is. Doors are there. They're off quite easily. Just in and out. See about the glass. Easily out. The glass is being painted orange. Should be able to get that off. Get a transfer decal on there. And the glass looks very good. Toy itself, the casting looks good. Door handles are present. Indicators. Boot. So a bit of detailing. Indicators at the front. Headlights. That will have to come out. So let's just assemble the parts. There we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if you count the wheels. I'll be taking the wheels off. I will put this in the car stick. So there we have the Dinky Toys Austin Morris taxi. Let's get it into the stripping. What I do is I just put all the parts in a box, because what I've realised, doing one model every sort of 7 days for a video isn't viable really if you do one at once. So I do tend to do 2 or 3 at a time now, so there's always some in various stages. So you can just see at the back there, if I lift the camera up, I'll zoom in, There's the Morris and the Mini that I just did the indicators on about 3 or 4 minutes ago before I took this apart. It's really the best way, otherwise there's a lot of time waiting for paint to dry, etc. Okay, here we are. There's a few cars in there. There's the Mert, the Miura, the London Taxi, the Transit van. I'm nearly out of caustic, so I'm gonna do them all together. Oh, getting there. Right, leave them for a while. As I say, I'm doing a few at once, otherwise you're always in paint and you just can't get video out every week. This takes a lot of the pressure off if you've always got something on the go. Okay, the taxi's out of the caustic. It's taking a bit of work to get rid of the paint on this. It's very stubborn, as can be shown by this door here. So I've got quite a bit more work to do on this one. I'm having to use some 400 wet and dry to try and get the paint off. But I'm sure I will. The next time you probably see it, it'll have some primer on. We'll be looking. But the casting looks good. It does look good. Okay, we're back with the taxi, and there's quite a few. Just got a screwdriver. There's quite a few casting lines. One down there, across there, and that goes all the way across the bonnet. There's one here at the back. Goes all the way down there. So I'm just going to remove them. My normal choice would be a bit of 400 grit sandpaper. Just going to, these look quite heavy though, so I'm just going to try and give them just got them steady with a small file. They are quite large, these ones. And I'll probably still end up going over with a bit of sandpaper at the end. Of course, the other way would be to put one of those sanding discs on a Dremel or something. I think I'd just get carried away. So I prefer to do little things like this by hand. Yeah, as you can see, that it's nearly gone about there. Gently does it. Can't feel it anymore, but I can just see it. As you can see, the taxi's out of paint. Nice finish, nice gloss black. I've just got the base to do now, and I'm going to use this polishing wheel again, and I will try and film it this time. I'm going to do it reverse because there is quite a bit of dust that blows about. Don't want that on my paintwork. So I'll reverse the camera and get on with it. Right, I don't know how much you saw of that, but it's coming up. It's coming up. Be better if I had a faster drill. I might put my mains drill on it and get it going. Well, that did take some doing. In the end, I had a brush on a Dremel type tool, trying to get into all these nooks and crannies. Used some Altasol metal polish in the end as well. Those big buffing wheels did get the main grime off, but they couldn't get into the detail bits. So pleased with that in the end. Okay, I haven't got sonic cleaner. I'm just giving the guy a dip in some car wax and water and just giving it a brush. Bit of grime. Right, just leave him to soak a while, he'll be fine. Just giving the screen a bit of a clean with some metal polish. It's not bad, the screen. Give it a clean with this, a wipe down, dunk it in the floor polish, it'll come up lovely. Right, the glass isn't too bad, but I'm just going to give her a dunk in there anyway. Looks far better now. Let's put that to one side. Leave that to dry. Quite simply with the wheels, it's going to be a Molotow pen on the chrome and then just some black paint around the edges. Yeah, that's one done. 3 to go. Yeah, we'll let that dry, then we'll be able to finish off the rest. I don't know if I could get away with not actually painting the wheels. They look quite good to me, actually. I think I might leave those. There is a casting line on the bumper. I think I'm just going to get rid of that with a file and some paper. And then I will Molotow this, I think, depending how shiny it looks. I'm going to do the indicators, orange and red, the lights. Not sure about doing that chrome. The door handles would have been chrome, and the lights obviously, and the front indicators. Not sure about putting the decal on yet. I was going to restore it as it came out of the factory, sorry, but it seems such a waste of a good casting, really, not to just do a bit more detail. Of course, there never was a lot on a black cab, so there we go. I'm just going to file down the casting line on the bumper. Won't take long. To get a smaller file. There is a bit of rust on the axles, so I'm just going to rub it off with a bit of like emery paper. It's not a lot there. It's been a bit worse. Could have put it in the drill and just held the paper to it, but this isn't bad at all. There we are, all done. See that? Right, so we're going with the bottom indicators. There's the first one. I hope you saw me do that. Some of it will have been in focus. Right, now for the second one. Actually, no, I'll have to leave that alone, it looks okay. Couldn't see all that. I will be adding it to show you what I did get in the camera. But there's the rears done, the brake lights. Okay, we're going for the orange. It's quite separated from the red, so hopefully it'll be okay. Right, so that's the top one's done. There are two little indicators at the front, just try and get those. There we are, the two front ones done. Some in camera, some out of camera, so I'll be editing that. Pleased with how that's gone. I'm going to Malto in the front because I think it will help. This is a different brand of pen. It's got a bigger point on it than my Malto branded one. What has been difficult is getting the grill very clean. Even though it was shining, I do want it to stand out. Right, just gonna have a go at the door handles. Sharpened a stick, which as you can see gives me a very faint line. You can see that. Got cocktail stick, I could have used that. There we are, one door handle. Of course the pens are very good, but they do have a tendency to leak a lot of paint, which you don't want doing a job like this. Oop, that's my camera moving on them. It's sat in a drawer. Okay, moving ahead, we can be on with the first decal. Which is a rear number plate. Just size it up, I think I've cut it right. Looks good. So let's put that in the wash water and see how it goes. This is one of the bigger decals I've done, and I've already made a bodge of it twice. See that? I'm trying to let you see what I can see. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, we're at that stage with the taxi now. We're ready for the decals. I've put the rear one on before. I'm a bit disappointed in the Hackney Carriage one. The definition of the letters is not as good as I hoped. Oops, just knocked something over there. Never mind. So let's just try and pick the Hackney Carriage one up. I printed about 5 or 6 off. These small ones I do find extremely difficult. There we are. You can see it. At least you can make out there's some lettering. So dunk it in. I've also done the front number plate and a taxi sign to go in the sign above the cab. Okay, we've got 6 or 7 of these, so if it doesn't work out, we can always retreat to the next one. Just try and line it up there. You can see the 410 Hackney. It's such a small sign. I mean, you can see the number plates a lot more defined, but it's such a small sign. I think even if I didn't use this one and went to the next one, I'd still have the same problems with the definition. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a compromise. But there she goes. That's that one done. Okay, we're on with the actual taxi sign for the cab now. No, I don't like the look of that. It needs to be bigger. It needs to cover the whole of that so that can come off. Got another one. Never mind. Let's go for the number plate next. Then we'll come back to the taxi sign, because I do have quite a few printed. There's just 3 of them. I might go yellow. The yellow looks a better choice now to me. Just cutting the next number plate out now. It's a good job I do my own. It cost me a fortune. Okay, different tweezers this time. Have another go with the front number plate. One thing I have learnt to try and get the line straight is put a small black line board around as a cutting guide. That seems to be working. I didn't do it on these though. I only worked it out part way through. So on with the number plate again. See if we can get it on this time. I have to take my specs off. That's always a bit of a problem. Bit better technique this time. Right, it's just a matter of straightening it up. I think I'll straighten it up with the... Oh, that looks good. Quite happy with that. Should I move it? Just leave it there. Still moving about. There's a lot of water there. The main thing is it's on. Quite pleased with that. Put that to one side. Which just leaves me to cut the taxi sign out. Do it as big as I can. We may yet not have a taxi sign. Depends how well it goes. I've cut this one oversized because I thought it might help. tried test fitting it. I don't know if I'll leave that in this video because it then stuck to the cab. So I'm just going to leave it there. As long as that lettering is at the very top of there, and I can feel it is when I do that, she should be okay. There. Doesn't look pretty there, but if I've got that right when it's in the window, it will be fine. Okay, we're finally at assembly of the taxi. So it's in with the glass first. Quite straightforward. Then on with the doors. Now the doors have to go in from the outside. Just have to have a look, check I've got them the right way up, because I'm trying to show you this on camera. There we go. So that needs to pop into there, which it does, and closed. That's a good fit. Don't remember it being that good. Then the next one comes in. Fingers and thumbs, wait. This isn't working for me at the moment. A bit fingers and thumbsy. That's better. Got a better hold on it. Knock the other one out. Right, at last I've got that second door in. That one's still there. That second door's in. He's not quite in right. It's not fitting as well as the other door. Now we have it. Right, hold those two there. Now the driver, as I remember it. I think I'm not sure how this worked. I think the doors had to be open. Yeah. Then you can close the doors. That's it. We're getting there. Okay, we're just fitting the wheels now. We've got the first one under the clip. Second one is under. Front wheels now. Might be a bit more tricky with the radiator there. No. This one's under. Second one's under. Rolling chassis. Right, we're fitting the base plate. We've just got to be careful. We engage these two door posts with these two holes here. Otherwise the doors won't open properly. And I think that may have been the problem originally. That looks good to me. Let's just check the doors. It's free and easy as it's going to get. That's free and easy. So it looks like those holes are aligned correctly. So it's on with the screws, in with the screws. This door, even though I've tried it, maybe I've just screwed that a bit tight at the back there. was stiff before, it's still stiff now. As you can see, there's quite a gap there on each side. That one's free and easy. This one is not so free and easy. I'll have to have another look at that. What I'm going to do is grease the doors. Just a little bit. Right, those doors now look okay to me. Right, grease the doors. I've checked the lines are in, the posts are in the holes. There we go. Sure, this door will still be stubborn. It was stubborn before. It's still stubborn, whereas this one works like a dream, especially now I've greased the posts. Don't know why this one is so stubborn. Once you've got it open, it's okay. Hi, well, we're on the finishing strokes of the taxi now. Unfortunately, I've ordered some jewels for the headlights like this one, but they've not arrived. So what I've decided to do is a temporary measure. I had some bigger jewels like gems like you get on wedding favours for craft, etc. And I've filed them down from 6mm to that size, which hopefully will fit. So what I'm going to just do is blue tack them in. It's a bit of blue tack, and when the real thing comes, I can easily take them out, hopefully, and replace them. So here goes. Just a smidgen of blue tack, really. It's only for the video, so they can quite happily drop out after that. Actually, you could have just a blue tack headlight from the looks of this. This is off to be the smallest piece of blue tack in use ever. Might be better if I stick them to the blue tack first. Yep. Gives me something to work with. I did paint the headlights anyway. Well, it's not as good as a real thing, but as they say, it's going to get me home. Shame about that, really. I was really hoping they would have arrived, but I like to try and put out a video a week. I could jump to the next one, but you're expecting a taxi, not the one after the taxi. There we go. I think that will have to suffice for the video. It's better than an empty set. Just don't know about that second one I've put in. I wonder if I've got another one here. I think it's a bit big at the moment. There. Okay, so next time you see it, I didn't use this original one. I've scavenged off another model because it is quite discoloured. I don't know if you can see that. It is quite discoloured, so I didn't really want to use that. If I'd got two discoloured ones, I perhaps would have done. But when I put the new one in next to it, it would have looked very odd. Right, next time you see this baby, she'll be on the turntable. So here we have our Dinky 284 FX4 Austin London taxi. Temporary headlights, taxi sign where it should be, number plates all round, Hackney carriage badge, bit faint on the rear, printer's not really good enough for that, detailing on the rear lights, chrome bumpers, door handles done. She sits quite pretty. Pleased with this one. Doors don't open as well as expected, but they didn't when I started, even though I've greased them up now. I'll just open the doors and we'll see how she looks. Thank you for watching, everyone. New subscribers, old subscribers, friends of the channel, you're all more than welcome. We're up to 150 subscribers nearly now, which is pleasing. We're picking about 10 a week up, which is great. I've got a few more models lined up. The next one's nearly done. So I look forward to seeing you again next week for more of the same. So have a good weekend and bye for now. Thank you.